go status?
T-minus 30 seconds.
The morning mayhem.
TPA script running. Second stage LH2 securing started.
Ready for launch?
Ready to embark on a national security mission for the United States of America.
News Talk 92.
Range green.
Igniters armed. Rofi ignition.
KBU.
4, 3, and liftoff.
By to go to the partial thrust.
The morning mayhem is on.
Partial thrust mode now in the port booster as expected.
The morning mayhem is pre-recorded and for entertainment purposes only.
I think it's time to blow this thing. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
And let's jam here on this here Wednesday morning, everybody, as we are in the middle of the week, almost there to a Friday to a weekend, baby. Yes, sir. All right, so why was Cooper's Law defeated last night in Quorum Court? We got the answers to that. More intensive search set for Wednesday morning for a missing Amy man. And a New York investment company will reopen Camden's Victory Lumber. Record gas prices soar in Arkansas, so how much is too much that you just can't take much more? And Arkansas Free Fishing Weekend is this weekend. And get your motor running, baby, because Bike Fest starts this week in Hot Springs. And grocery stores can't keep prices down, so I got 8 ways for you to save. And are more kids overdosing on melatonin? All that and more. News Talk 92 KBAU, the news and talk of South Arkansas. News Talk 92 KBEU, the news and talk of South Arkansas. Good morning, everybody. 71 degrees outside right now. Feels like 77 out there with a high of 89. Could see some chance of thunder boomers in your forecast today. So, take an umbrella with you if you don't know for sure if you're going to get caught between the building and your vehicle. Remember, if it weren't for your vehicle, you would not have anything to seatbelt yourself to. All right. So last night was Quorum Court, Ouachita County Quorum Court. And because we got to do that whole thing there. Right. Yeah. Because, you got that whole thing there. The thing that we haven't done in a long time. Yeah. It's Quorum Court. It's time for action. I'm kidding. I can't do that. I can't keep going on with that. But yes, last night was Quorum Court. It was McAdoo and the JPs making an appearance last night. And they had some Ouachita County business to attend to. So remember, if you're a resident of Ouachita County and you've got some Ouachita County business that you need to have handled, and even if you live in the city, you're still in the county. So don't take matters into your own hands. You go ahead and go into the courtroom and you take it all the way there to Ouachita County Quorum Court, everybody. Boy, I almost had a hard time trying to walk into that one. Yeah! All right, so yes, last night was Ouachita County Quorum Court. It's every first Tuesday of the month. Put that on your calendar. So that way, if you want to attend, you'll remember that it's at 6:30 every first Tuesday of the month. And with that, though, we did have some stuff there on the agenda. Sometimes it gets boring in there, because it's just politics and things like that. You got to do business, man. The county's got to run somehow, right? And so there's other times where it gets a little interesting. And one of the ones that came off that definitely grabbed my eyes off the sheet there, we had 3 things. That was new business and an appropriation ordinance to appropriate funds in the road fund, highway budget, move money around and stuff. For the rest of y'all, for them, this is like riveting. They love this stuff. They eat it up. That's why they became JPs, because they love moving money around. So, and then of course they had a resolution to authorize, the county judge there, which would be McAdoo, to enter into a long-term lease with Deere Financial. For the rest of you out there, for them, it's riveting. And they amended the agenda to add the Ouachita County Hazard Mitigation Plan, the HMGP FEMA 4441-DR-AR-0004, presented by the Southwest Arkansas Planning and Development District out in Magnolia. And without going back into my notes because I can't remember her name, very fine young lady, and she did an awesome job with presenting what this does and what it is. Not going to get into that one right now, though. I want to get into the other one. Why was Cooper's Law defeated last night? Now, you're probably thinking, what? And then you're probably like, wait, what in the world was Cooper's Law? Well, I'll tell you what Cooper's Law is. I know I make it sound bad, right? It's not. I'll get to it. Hang on. So, a while back in April, a group of people, including the family, of the teenager that unfortunately drowned in the Ouachita River, made a presentation to the Camden City Council. Oh, by the way, City Council every second Tuesday of the month at 7 p.m. And if you'd like to, you can also get involved in the bets that we do to decide who gets to be the lucky winner, getting it close to what time we'll get out of City Council without going over. Bradley from the Camden News won last month, so he was the winner last month. Uh-oh, wait a minute, that thing is still going there, yeah. So he was the winner last month, and I hadn't won in a while. Anyhow, what it was is they came up and they said, hey, we want to do some stuff and things because we need to take action about what happened at the river because we've had 2. At the time, there was only 2. So far, we've had 3. As of we talking right now, there's been 3. So at the time, there was 2. So what they did is they presented and went before the council and they said, good evening, distinguished city council members. Considering you all choose to serve on our city's council, it is evident that you care a great deal for your communities and our cities. Hang on, I got to do something here real quick because I'm not going to get through that. Hang on. Bear with me now. Look at that. Now I can do it. We are grateful for your service and continue to trust your diligence and good judgment with things concerning your constituents. Because of our assured confidence in you, we appear before you today as a collective body of concerned citizens requesting you act regarding the safety of our city and its people. As you're well aware, there have been numerous incidents of drownings throughout the history of our local river. Most recently, the life of a young man from our community was lost to such a fate, and only a month prior to the incident, another life was taken the same way. It is time we take back the safety of our citizens. With this in mind, we are here to propose the first step in establishing that safety. So we request that a law is implemented in Ouachita County for all access points, swimming areas, and boating excursions on the Ouachita River. This is to be called Cooper's Law. Now, this law will state that all persons must have authorized flotation devices appropriately attached to their persons before entering the water, and the person must remain attached to said device while in the water. Signage reflecting these restrictions should be prominently posted at all access points and should remind the public of dangers of the relentless undertow and water current. We also propose a rapid emergency report system to be installed at the Riverwalk at the Camden Port. The majority of swimming and boating activities happen at this location. It should be in direct communication with rescue authorities and emergency personnel and should be accessed only in an emergency and with deliberate actions, as with a fire alarm. Life rings secured near the water and attached to excursion rope should also be part of the emergency assistance area. The ring should be attached to a rope with a clip so it could be detached in case the assistance needed is past its initial rope extension reach. This location should be monitored via video surveillance with appropriate notifications of such monitoring to deter false alarms. Offenders should be immediately prosecuted and or fined to set a standard of expected compliance. And to ease the burden for you, we have researched available options to have device plans for all of the above mentioned installations to occur promptly. So there are already boating laws in place to substantiate the need for water safety. Hang on a second. Okay, I'm sorry. I was trying to get through that and had something else kind of going on there, and it was keeping me from reading properly. There's already boating laws in place to substantiate the need for water safety. It's our responsibility as the Queen City of the Watchtower to set precedents in protection of our city, our citizens, our children, and our legacy. We respectfully request the installation of Cooper's Law and will back all efforts established and carry out its progress. With deepest regard, your citizens. Now, that was presented to the city council last month. Or was it last month or the month before last? No, the month before last. Because last month, they went to Quorum Court. Now, what happened is the city council, they said, that's awesome. That's great. Hey, here, let me put a little more emphasis on that. They said, well done. Very good. Great presentation. Because they even came with facts and things like that, like drowning is the second leading cause of unintentional deaths for kids in Arkansas. One fact is the average of 11 drownings per day in the United States. Another fact, 80% of drowning victims are males. And another fact, more than half of drownings happen in natural waters. To deter drowning risks, wear your flotation device, never swim alone, know the water conditions, alert authorities in emergencies, and swim only in safe areas. And take note, in drownings-related deaths, 86% were not wearing life jackets. So make a difference, save a life. So this was a presentation that was brought to the city council. And the city council respectfully responded, saying that they have no authorization to be able to do such a thing with the access points when it comes to the river. They would need to go talk to the county. And so with that, they did. The next following month, they went and talked with the county Quorum Court and did the same presentation and brought that before Judge McAdoo. And so then with time, they came up with a resolution. Now, here's the resolution. Here's what it says. And hang on, where did I put it? Okay, here it is. Here's what it says. Let's see. It says, be it enacted by the Quorum Court of Ouachita County, Arkansas, a legislative ordinance entitled Cooper's Law, a legislative ordinance setting public access closure to all the boat ramps on the Ouachita River with locked gates above flood stage of 26 foot. Now, Article 1 says the Quorum Court recommends personal flotation devices while using the Ouachita River at all times. At all times. Article 2 further designates county judge to place throwable flotation devices at all public access points on the river, including Tate's Bluff, Knight's Landing, Sandy Beach, Riverwalk, Frenchport Landing, Spoon Bend, and any future public access points. Article 3 says further designate signage of danger alerts, green meaning low threat, yellow meaning a medium threat, and red meaning a high threat or dangerous. So this was the legislation that was presented last night, and it was defeated. Now, you're probably wondering, why in the world would they defeat that? That's good. That's good stuff right there. Why would they defeat that? Why would they do such a thing? And that's a good question. And I have the answer for you, too. Why they would do such a thing. So they talked about it, had discussion and everything, and then they went ahead and decided to vote it down. Now, they did a thing where they went ahead and surpassed the second read, overriding the rules, and shot it over to a third read. And then from there, they defeated it and shot it down. But I've got to take this break. And see, you knew this was coming. I got to take this break anyways. So let me take this break. We'll get back on the other side, and I'll tell you why they shot it down in court last night. News Talk 92 KBEU, the news and talk of South Arkansas. Be sure to check out that podcast later on today. In fact, I still need to get yesterday's podcast put up there. I didn't get around to it. I got a little tied up yesterday. In fact, none of the podcasts are up there from yesterday. I need to get those up there. If you want to find them the easiest way to do it is just go to Facebook, go to the Radio Works page, and the Doc Bryce Productions page as well. You'll find Morning Mayhem there on you'll find Morning Mayhem on all of them there. Radio Works and Doc Bryce. And then, of course, if you follow me personally, then you'll find it there as well. So just go up to Facebook, start out there at the Radio Works Facebook page, and you'll find the podcast there. Of course, you can also find it on your favorite podcast platforms like iHeartMedia. You can also find it on speaker stuff and all the other ones there that everybody loves so much. Actually, let me go through the list here. We've got Apple Podcasts, Deezer, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Geos, Savan, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Spotify, and Spreaker. That's speaker with an R, Spreaker.com. You can go there and you can find all the podcasts all up there. All right, just before the break, we're talking about Cooper's Law, what it is, what it does, and why was it defeated last night in Quorum Court. So, we read to you everything, what it is and what it does and stuff just before the break. So if you missed that, you can catch that on the podcast. Just rewind that podcast there and then you can get all the deets on that. And now we're going to tell you why it got defeated. So what they did is it was a second read and they went ahead and modified the rules for a third read. And so went to it and, then they had discussion on it. And the deal is that, the people, and I guess, that Judge McAdoo is referring to the Glaze because it was the Glazes over there at the brewery. A native dog. Wow, I just couldn't think of it. I was like, there's a brewery in town now. Yeah. Now I'm hitting 50. I have a decent excuse while I keep forgetting things. So anyhow, the Glazes. Bobby and Laura Glaze presented this to the city council. They also, and then when they were told, by the city council that, that's not in our purview. So they took it over to the, Ouachita County Quorum Court and the Quorum Court listened to it and they decided that they came up with this. But the thing was though, is that the presenters and the family was not present last night. So, now Judge McAdoo and the JPs, remember them, the guys? Yeah, you know, yeah, Quorum Court people. They play once a month, man. You can always find them there first Tuesday of the month at 6:30 p.m. when they do their live performance there. McAdoo and the JPs. Anyhow, they were all in agreement that yes, that they would like to do this. But the thing was, though, is you had one that I think it was True Love that voted against it, not because he's against it, but he just needs more information. He was wanting to know if there was any conversation or anything with the county attorney and what that was, and if the county was also in its purview, and just wanted to make sure that the county was on the up and up when it came to being able to have jurisdiction over this. One of the other ones, whose name I cannot remember, abstained because she needed more information. And also, everybody else was pretty much everybody was also in agreement, though, that if they were gonna pass this thing, it would be nice that if the presenters and the family were present to hear this get voted into law. So they went ahead and defeated it, voted it down, and they're gonna hang on to it instead of tabling it. Like they normally would, you know, usually if there's something going on with something, they'll be like, well, let's just go ahead and table it for another read. Well, they went ahead and pushed it to a third read. So that way they could go ahead and vote for it right there. And then realize that, the presenters and the family wasn't present. So, you know what? Let's just hang on to it. So that's what they did. That's why they did it. So they want the family to be present. And I'm not sure why they weren't there last night, though. Maybe they didn't get the memo or something. I don't know. But, that's what they want, is they want the family present and the presenters. So that way, you know, it can be a big deal. And so they're going to bring it up again next month. So if you're listening out there, presenters and family members and things like that, be sure to go back to be available for Quorum Court next month on July 11th. I'm sorry. That's the second. No, wait a minute. Hang on. Scratch all that. Be sure to be available, hopefully July 5th, because that is the day after 4th of July. So hopefully they will have Quorum Court on that day. If not, if they change it to Thursday, we'll let you know. But it should be on July 5th would be the next Quorum Court date. So be present for that. So that way they can make this official and everything. The other thing was, too, is that JP, Dale Vaughn, and Judge McAdoo pulled me off to the side. and asked if we here at the radio station, Radio Works, a family of radio stations, could do them a favor. And that is to make an announcement. Now, the flood stage is like 26 feet. But anytime the water gets up to 22 feet, if we can make an announcement to include that the water at the river is extremely high and encroaching on flood stages, and to alert the public that there is a situation brewing at the river, and to just inform citizens to use caution and, if need be, stay away from the river should it exceed beyond the conditions. So like the signage stuff that they're wanting to use would be like the green for low threat, yellow medium threat, and red high threat being dangerous. So, we'll talk with that. And, JJ does the river report twice a day. I do news at 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, and 5. So if we need to push that, then we may just go ahead and include that into our weather report, since we do weather at least once an hour. So, we'll be talking about that, amongst ourselves here, and probably integrate that into our weather reports and our news as well. All right. I've got to take a break. We'll be right back. News Talk 92 KBEU. News Talk 92 KBEU, the news and talk of South Arkansas, out of the bottom of the 6. 71 degrees outside. It feels like 77 out there. We're going to see a high of 89 today. You can also see some rain in the forecast as well. Probably just like yesterday. Remember yesterday? Just kind of snuck in there. I was on my way out to the transmitter, and I was like, ooh, wait a minute. I might want to hold off there for a second, because I heard some rumblies out there, and sure enough, I got a notification there was lightning in the area, and I'm like, yeah, we're not going anywhere near any tower or anything that's protruding out of the ground like a big old lightning rod to say, hey, tap me right here. It's one thing to ride the lightning with a taser. It's a whole nother thing to ride Mother Nature's taser. I ain't doing it. I don't care how much fun y'all say that is. I ain't doing it. Not gonna do it. Not at this juncture. All right. So we talked about why Cooper's Law was defeated last night. And if you missed that, of course, you catch that on the podcast. Just go there and download the podcast. And if you're not sure where to get the podcast, you can find that at Apple Podcasts, Deezer, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Savin, something like that. I don't know. GOJIOSAAVN, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Spotify, and Spreaker. A speaker with an R. So you can find it there. Of course, the easiest way to do it is just go to Facebook. The Radio Works Facebook page, you'll find it up there. Now, if you've got a podcast app like I do, just grab the RSS feed. That's all you got to do. That's the easiest of easiest ways to do it. So that way your podcast app will just do it for you automatically. Ping, and that's it. Next thing you know, it's you get a notification that your phone has downloaded the latest show, and all available for you. And what's even better is because it gets downloaded on your phone. If you work out in the area or something like that, inside where you have very limited to no outside internet access or phone service or anything like that, it's stored on your phone. Pop your headphones in, bam, there you go. You can listen to this, and you can listen to Remember When with Uncle John, and Trivia Tracks with Bryce Robertson. So you can listen to and the Roundtable too. So you can listen to all those wonderful podcasts that we provide out there, all right there on your phone. So we were talking about there is a silver alert out that went out yesterday. And it's for a local man out of Amy, and he's been missing since about Monday. Last seen around 3:47 p.m. at Tulip Creek on Ouachita County Road 30. Gilbert is 79 years old, and he is a black male. He's got black eyes and kind of balding there in the middle a little bit, but he hasn't been seen. So a family member says that they pinged his cell phone on Tuesday near a location where he likes to fish. This may have given searchers a better idea of where to look. So Judge McAdoo was talking last night at Coram County Court about they're about to bump up the search and probably get state police involved to find this guy because he could be wandering around some waterways. And of course, here we have already talked about, we've already lost 3 people to the Ouachita River. And one thing's for sure, we don't need somebody who has cognitive disorders to be wandering around out there and then accidentally fall into a body of water, whether it be the river, pond, whatever it is, a good fishing spot, there's going to be water involved. So, they wherever they pinged his phone, around an area where he likes to fish, hopefully that's where they're going to start looking there. Potential searches have been asked to assemble at the Tulip Water area on Arkansas 7 in the Amy community, which is just north of Camden. So, he's about 5'7", weighs about 135 pounds. I mean, light as a feather. He's got black hair, black eyes, and a medium complexion. And he's kind of balding in the middle there. So, they're about to intensify their search area out there. And of course, if you happen to see him, please call Ouachita County Sheriff's Office, 870-231-5300. They're the ones who have issued the silver alert. And, if you can help out, if you spot him, that would be great. And so, thoughts and prayers going out to the family as well. And definitely prayers for a speedy recovery search thing. So, I don't want to say recovery because it sounds like he's an addict or something, and he's not. Just, for a speedy closure. How about that? Get him home safe. So, there we go. We'll do it like that. Let's see. Remember that old Victory lumber joint out there that's here in the Camden stuff and things? I'm trying to stall here while I'm looking this up because I can't talk and type at the same time. So, there's that lumber mill out there, Victory Lumber. And if you've ever seen it, it's right there next to that annoying railroad track, if you know exactly what I'm talking about. So you go down, you go like you're going up to Topper Hill, right? And then you get over Topper Hill and you keep going like you're going down, what do they call that? Old Smackover Road or Ouachita Road 67. And, it's right over by the right spot. So you come up to the right spot and then you got that railroad track right there. That annoying train that just likes to sit there and saw the rails. This is what it looks like he's doing. He's just sitting there sawing the rails, cutting back and forth. Zhuba, zhuba, zhuba. And then, he lays on the horn. Boop, boop. Well, I mean, it's more intense than that. The trains don't really sound like that. But, it seems like he's just out there sawing back and forth because he goes forward and he goes backwards and he goes backwards and he goes forward. And you're like, would you just pick a direction and get off the damn track? Because he really backs up traffic. And it's annoying. It is. Let traffic come through every now and then. It'd be fun. But they don't. So anyhow, the Victory Lumber over there, the train still runs, but Victory Lumber has been kind of vacant. Everybody keeps telling me that the mill's still open. I'm like, that mill is not open. I drive by there all the time to get the Y95 transfer in town and it's not open. Oh, it's open. No, it ain't open. And I've seen it. It's not open. Now there's somebody sitting over there in a vehicle, I guess watching the place, but it ain't open. Cause, they ain't smoking the wood or steaming it or whatever you want to call it. Curing it? Is it curing? Okay. They're not curing any wood over there. Just smoking the wood. Wood is pecan flavor. It's good for the wood. We like to smoke it for flavor. We put some of the best smoking materials in there, I tell you what. Actually, they're curing the wood is what they're doing. Anyhow, that place ain't been open in a long time. I'm just saying. And, they haven't been producing anything. Hang on, I'm trying to get my screen set right here. And dagnabbit, would you give me the screen that I want? There we go. All right. Now I can finally tell you what this is all about because it looks like they might get reopened. So this Astera Capital Partners LLC of New York has formed Camden Timbers LLC to acquire and restart the assets of Victory Lumber LLC, which is a southern yellow pine sawmill located in Camden. Actually, it's right there at the county line. So Camden Timbers is Astera's second sawmill investment in the ACP Lumber Holdings LLC. Well, there's a lot of LLCs involved here, isn't there? Platform Holding, following the acquisition of Cross City Lumber LLC of Cross City, Florida, and back in April 2021. So the news comes as this the Potlatch Deltic announced plans for a major expansion at its Waldo sawmill. So there's another one on that one too. So they began working on the opportunity back in 2020. after the contacted about the mill by a group of sawmill executives, which whom, I guess I'm saying that right. Astera. They had worked in the past and stuff, and this team of executives led by Brett Bray and Michael Ranson was all responsible for restarting the Caddo River Forest Product Mill down there in Glenwood, Arkansas, and where Ranson and Bob McKagan, CEO of ACP Lumber, served as board members. So it looks like the Camden Timbers team has developed a comprehensive plan to invest significant capital in the mill, and ACP Lumber is excited to support the project. And so they're looking forward to firing back up the old mill, baby, and get some milling done. So sawmill could be coming back in business there over there at Victory. So, yeah. You know, that's the one thing I never liked about sawmills. That's why I won't work at a sawmill. You can't drink at a sawmill. It's one of those jobs. You can't smoke either. That dust out there, man, that dust. Did you know that dust is actually quite flammable? It is. You get out there smoking in the wrong area there, and all of a sudden, man, you light up. You just did more than light up your cigarette, I tell you what. Yeah, no smoking, no drinking at the sawmill. But you can smoke and drink here. As long as you ain't on the FCC log, light up and drink away, baby. Oh, man, when I was working in the nightclubs, too, oh, that was great, man. Just push play some music and stuff. Sit there, light up, smoke away, and drink. It's not a sawmill. You don't have to worry about cutting fingers off or anything like that. But, yeah, it's one of the things you have to give up if you're going to work at the sawmill. No drinking, no smoking on the job. Somebody's out there thinking, there shouldn't be any drinking or smoking on the job. And that's true, probably, but there are some jobs that are deadhead that you really don't need to. It doesn't matter. You can go ahead and drink away if you want to. Unless they got some kind of policy or something. But yeah, it's never been against the law to be able to drink and be on the air at the same time, as long as you're not on the FCC log. And then even back in the day, man, that was the thing. When I first started in radio back in 87, they drank and they smoked right there on the air like it was nothing. And I'm like, wow, I want to be in radio. Well, no, I didn't have that kind of voice. I didn't have my voice yet. I was like, well, I want to be in radio. Well, you know, it's a little prepubescent, 14-year-old Doc Bryce back in the day. So yeah. Yeah, no smoking, no drinking at the sawmill. Speaking of drinking and smoking, kids overdosing. I'm telling you. And of all things, melatonin? Really? Remember when your parents just used to knock you out with Dimetap? Oh man, those were the days, weren't they? Well, this is like the new age version of that. Giving kids melatonin has become a popular way to get them to just go to sleep. But it's possible to overdose on it. It is. I'm thinking, you know what? Anytime you because melatonin is a natural hormone that's produced by the body that helps you sleep. And I'm thinking anytime you start jacking around with hormones and things like that are supposed to be natural in your body, and you stimulate them or overstimulate them or supplement them or something like that, you're going to start creating some kind of dependence. Because if you jack up your sleeping cycle and then your sleeping cycle is dependent on that, then yeah, that's why I don't use melatonin. Dude, I'd rather just sit there and listen. See, if I can't sleep, I just turn the radio on to talk radio. I'm out in a matter of minutes, man. I know that's kind of ironic, isn't it? I know. So giving kids melatonin has become a popular way to get them to sleep, and you can actually overdose on it. Who knew? It's a hormone we naturally produce, which makes us sleepy. And melatonin supplements are generally safe even for kids, but it is possible to take too much. So a new study found overdoses in children under 5 have jumped 530% in the past decade. The good news is, it doesn't sound like parents are intentionally pumping their kids full of the stuff either. Most overdoses are from kids finding pills on their parents' nightstand and just downing too many. Like the gummy candies. Oh man, them things are great. I got some gummies that got like stuff in it and everything. It is yummy. The gummies are yummy. I like them. No, they're probiotic gummies. Yeah. But I mean, still. And I got the vitamin B complex, duplex, whatever it is, B12s, all the B's in there. Yeah. They're gummies too. I like munching on those as well. But, especially the gummy candy kind are especially tempting for children. Deadly overdoses are very rare. Most kids just have to be monitored in the ER, and they might have some stomach pain or nausea and a little discomfort. But keep in mind, though, those little gummies there can be tempting, and so make sure you keep them up and away. By the way, here real quick, with gas prices going up and everything, can't keep prices down. Grocery stores are struggling to keep prices down, but here's 8 ways that you can save. Okay, some people blame grocery stores for not doing enough to keep prices low, but the reality is that their hands are tied because inflation and supply chain issues are making inventory more expensive on their end as well. So in a recent poll, shoppers guessed that their main grocery store has a net profit of 33%, but that's a little off. The average net profit for a superstore has been close to 1% historically and as high as only 3% in 2020. So that's why they only have one checkout line open, right? Yeah. But here's some more tips though that you could do to keep your food costs down. They include shopping at discount grocery stores more often, buying fewer luxury or organic items. Yeah, you might as well just buy them chemical pumped items instead of the organic ones. Who knew that putting nothing in something would cost you more? But you put more chemicals in it and it costs you less. Who knew? It just amazes me. Buying more items on sale, using coupons, shifting to store brands on some products, buying in bulk, working off a list and avoiding impulse items, substituting similar less expensive meats and vegetables, and comparing price at multiple stores before buying. Dude, I am not driving around Camden to go to Super One Foods, then Walmart, then over to Max, and then Piggly Wiggly, and then wherever else I need to go to figure out, oh gosh, who had those pork chops that were on sale? Oh my gosh, I should have wrote all this down. Now I gotta start all over again. Oh my God. Regardless of supermarket prices, remember, it's almost always cheaper to eat at home than out at a restaurant. Restaurants are going to suffer too because as prices go up, that means that the restaurants, people are going to start eating at home more because they have to. And then the restaurants are going to suffer once again, just like they did back in 2020. Ugh, cheese and rice. All right, let's see. We need to go ahead and take this break. And with that, we got some other things we got to get into as well, man. We have still got plenty of ground to cover here as we get through this Wednesday morning. Oh, we got Dana and Captain White supposedly coming in at 7:30 today. And then Charlotte Young will be in at 8:30 to talk about some stuff as well. News Talk 92 KBEU, the news and talk of South Arkansas. News Talk 92 KBEU, the news and talk of South Arkansas. Yes, it's that time. Get your motor running, baby. It is the Motorcycle Festival.
Get your motor running.
Head out on the highway, looking for adventure. And whatever comes our way, yeah, baby. Yes, sir. Get your motor running, baby, because Bike Fest starts this week in Hot Springs. That it does. And if you ride a motorcycle and love the sound of those bikes are rumbling down the street, get ready for the Hot Springs Bike Fest beginning this week, June 9th through the 12th. So that's what they're doing this weekend. And guess who? Guess where this will be taking place? The Hot Springs Entertainment District downtown. I tell you what, Entertainment District downtown. They got motorcycles coming into downtown. Well, to be honest, since the first year that I moved to Hot Springs, I had no idea that they even had bike festivals. And I was trying to figure out what in the world was going on, because this was in September, because I got there August 1st, so I got kind of situated and everything, got settled in, and then all of a sudden I felt like it was the run on shoot, what was his name? I even did a dang report on it as well. Custer's Last Stand. Yeah, that's it. It felt like it was Custer's Last Stand, because all these motorcycle dudes out of every direction was just raining down on my vehicle as I was sitting at a red light. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? They were in front of me. They were behind me. They were on all sides of me while I'm sitting there at the red light. And all these motorcycles, blah, 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 idling and everything and making all their little noises and stuff. This was long before they ever had a Hot Springs Entertainment District. But, yeah, Hot Springs got their entertainment district downtown, and they're going to utilize that and use that for Bike Fest this weekend. Of course, that'll feature some poker runs as well. Be a lot of fun down there and everything. So, yeah, look at the things you could do if you had an entertainment district because, trust me, that's not locals that are just hanging around, hanging out with their motorcycles and, you know, idling and blah, 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 doing all that stuff there. These are a lot of people that are coming in from out of town, out of state and everywhere else to spend money in Hot Springs. Hot Springs thanks you for your business. Oh, yeah, I don't know what that means. We need to find a way to make Camden more successful, but an entertainment district is not the way to do it. Even though El Dorado's got their music fest thing going on, guess where that's going to be taking place on? The entertainment district. Yeah, that's where it's going to be happening there. And that'll be happening in October, by the way. Great lineup. Headliner is Shenandoah, so be sure to get your tickets for that. You get all weekend passes, a day pass, whatever kind of pass you need. They have got them on sale, so make sure you get that. We'll be going as well. We'll be out there hanging out on the entertainment district, doing entertainment district stuff, but not in Camden. Yes, El Dorado also thanks you for your business. Now, if you've got the gas money to be able to ride around on your motorcycle and everything and cause all kinds of trouble and everything, because, you know, I'm sure people in Camden be like, we don't want motorcycle people here because they're scary. They do scary stuff and they ride their motorcycles and stuff and they do scary things and they ride the bikes and stuff and they do all that rumbling and everything with the bicycle. I mean, their stuff and things. Because they're scary, and we don't want those kind of people in our fair town. We need something for the children to do. Think about the children. Here we go. Yeah, because this kind of reminds me of a motorcycle idling here in the beginning until those tom-toms kick in. See, you don't want somebody sitting there on their motorcycle, sitting there idling like that. Oh, here comes the other bike, too. There's bike number 2 pulled right up with them. See, and then the tom-toms come in. That's a misfiring bike. That one's misfiring. That's what that is. But we can't have that. No, not in this town. It does. It sounds like a couple of motorcycles sitting there idling until the tom-toms kick in, until those toms kick in. And then it sounds like one of them's backfiring over there. That's scary. We can't have motorcycle people running around our entertainment district because we don't have one. And we don't need people idling their nasty smelling bicycles and making all that noise because it scares the children. But you know what? With the gas price and everything, there probably won't be a lot of idling going on anyways. Dude, dude, how much is too much, man? How much is too much? Oh man, my fuel bill, because I had all this budget, I budgeted about $250 a month. It's what I budgeted for my fuel expenses because, you know, I'm doing, not only stuff around here, but, you know, I have to drive to weddings and venues and things like that. I have to go get Mikey and everything. So it came out about $250 a month. Now it has shot up to about $700, just over $700 a month. So I've had a $500 increase in my fuel bill and it's almost encroaching the same amount that I pay for rent. So when my fuel bill exceeds my rent, oh, dude, I am in serious trouble. As for the rest of you out there, I'm sure you're experiencing some kind of pain in some way or other. But how much is just too much? Because you know, you've got to keep a sense of humor to be able to get through. And I've seen some of y'all's humor out there with your reels and your TikToks and your Instagrams and all that and everything else that you're doing there on the socials, on the social medias and stuff and things. Yes, I see y'all out there. So taking a look around here though. Oh, by the way, I was told that, there's a Valero station out in, Hot Springs selling it for like $3.38 a gallon. $3.38. I'm not going to tell you where because I don't want y'all to, because I'm going to Hot Springs today, not only to pick up some more Hot Springs water, but I'm going to get some of that fine go-go juice too. Oh yeah, it's definitely worth the drive. Make a 4-hour round trip to go get $3.38 a gallon. Damn straight. I ain't paying no $4.54. I'm going to pay that other stuff. Let's see. Actually, I need to go ahead and get into this top of the hour stuff here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this off until we get back. Because we'll go through the list here and we will figure out who's got the best gas prices in town, and we'll see if we can find that gas station out there. I know where it is, but let's see if it shows up on the list. If it doesn't, I'll tell you where it is. I can't confirm, though, if that price is correct, though, because I don't want to tell you, hey, man, they got it like for $3.83 out here at this Valero station right here at this location. And then y'all make the trip and y'all look at me and you're like, Doc Bryce, you owe me gas money because I made a 4-hour round trip and ended up spending $4.54 at that place you said had it for $3.83. And now I'm mad and you owe me gas money. No. I just want to make sure because that way I can put it on somebody else. That's what I'm going to do. I'll tell you where I got it from and how I got it. And then if it's incorrect, then we can put it on them and they owe you gas money. How about that? All right, I got to take this break. Top of the hour news coming up. ABC News, your local news, and everything else that you could use. Don't forget about those podcasts. Download those as well. News Talk 92, KBEU, the news and talk of South Arkansas. News Talk 92 KBEU, the news and talk of South Arkansas. Welcome into the 7 o'clock hour, 71 degrees outside. See, that's what I want. I want a girl like that. A girl with a mind like a diamond who knows what's best, and she's got shoes that can cut and eyes that burn like cigarettes. That's the kind of girl I want. Yeah, and she's got the right allocations, too. Sharp as a tack, putting up her hair, touring the facilities, and picking up slack. Oh, yeah, baby. That's what I'm looking for. I want a girl with a short skirt and a long jacket. Oh, that's a good song. Oh, yeah. Cake there, long skirt, short skirt, long jacket. She wants a car with a cup holder armrest, and she wants a car that'll get her there. And a car that doesn't cost so much in gas either. And she's changing her name from Kitty to Karen, and she's trading her MG for a white Chrysler LeBaron. Yes, I want a girl, too, with a short skirt and a long jacket. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they don't have those here in Camden, I noticed. They don't have them. I don't have them here in South Arkansas at all. You got to go to the big city to get you one of those. That's where they seem to reside, out there in the big city life. Yeah, they're not so much about that country living, though. But, sometimes, you could take the boy out the city, but you just can't take the city out the boy. I tell you what. Just before the break, we were talking about gas prices and stuff, making fun of the entertainment district that we never got because, we just don't want a bunch of rowdy motorcycle dudes running around in Camden having a good time and spending money here. God forbid. Because, it'll end up costing us more money in the end. Because, you know how motorcycle people are. They damage things. They ride their bikes through bars and restaurants and everything. And you've seen them in the movies. You see what they do. And that's just scary. And we don't want to. Think about the children. Children can't be seeing that kind of stuff. And, of course, with gas prices up so high, that's a lot of gas money to be shooting through there. Motorcycle dudes, simmer down now. That's too much gas money. It's really bad when you start seeing people on motorcycles, though, and they're not riding around. They're just sitting there on their bikes, just baking in the sun because it's just too expensive to go in. Oh, and that's another sign, too. When they go into bridges and stuff, they always rev their engine, man. And they let that thing echo through and rumble through underneath the bridge and all that. I love it when they do that. Yeah, when you hear them not do that anymore, oh, yeah, that's when that's wasteful. Gas is too expensive to be doing that kind of thing under the bridge and in tunnels. Anyhow, here in Camden, we're looking at gas prices. You can go to the Valero over there at Good Game. They are at $4.49. They were at that was 21 hours ago because I think they're at $4.54 now. Yeah, because this Valero over in East Camden is $4.54. Usually the Littlefields are all at the same price. So that was 11 hours ago over in East Camden. That was $4.54. So Good Game, because I saw it last night and it was at $4.54. Because I also paid $4.54 at Topper Hill. Yes, I too shop at Littlefield. So I was grumbling at the pump while I was enjoying the services and great service and everything that they have at Littlefield here in Camden. So let's see. Your Murphy USA out there in East Camden is, no, that's it. God, I keep confusing these two. Doggone it. Get a different name. Murphy over by the Walmarts, $4.48. About 20 hours ago. This is all according to Gas Buddy here. Let's see. The one in Harmony Grove, that's their entertainment district out there in Harmony Grove, the Valero. That's the entertainment district for them. Let's see, as of 20 hours ago, they're at 449. Valero there on Adams is 449. Actually, they're all 454 right now. That was 21 hours ago. 451, 21 hours ago at Express Lane. And then 454 at the Murphy Convenience Center. That's the one in East Camden. 454, Tobacco Superstore not checking in. So the lowest around here somewhere is 409. Where that is, I don't know because it was not on that list. Let's see. Can we find one that's, everybody else isn't checking in. So I don't know where that is. The average gas price around in the area is 448. So let me see here if I can find you that one that was 3 something there. Nope, it's not there now. At least it's not being reported by Gas Buddy. Nope. See, there's that's what it is. That's Arkansas price stats across the state. Somebody's got it for 409 somewhere in the state. The average is 448 across the state. I get it now. I was reading it wrong the whole time. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. Doc, somebody's going to isolate that clip now. Oh, Doc Bryce said I got it. Right there. There it is. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. I ain't saying it again. So anyhow, let's see. So yeah, out there, they're at 449, 449, 445, 433. See, I told you that, Dodge Store is 433 if you do cash. 447, 449, 439. I told you, see, if I told you exactly where that Valero is in Hot Springs out there at Airport Road, that it was 383, and then you got out there and made that 4-hour round trip, Dog Bryce, it was not 383. I ended up spending more than that. Where are they at right now? Because I'm trying to find the one over there, and these are all off of Central Albert Pike Central Park. That's on the north side, Albert Pike Airport. There it is. No, that's Kroger. Kroger's at 437. Unless you use your gas card there. Let's see, Hickman Sam's Club is a Malvern Central. They're not reporting. Oh, the Valero on the thing there. They're at 449 there at Murphy over there at their Walmarts. It's not showing up on there. See, Casey's is the one I always go to. That used to be the Mapco. So anytime I'm in Hot Springs, I always go to the old Mapco, which is now Casey's. They're at 449. There it is. Valero off of Airport Road that I was told was 383 is currently in the past 22 hours reporting at 449. See, so right there, I would have told you and I said, hey, guess what? The Valero out there has got it for 383 and you get out there and make that 4-hour trip. And you just paid full price for it, baby. And now you mad at me because I got it from someone else who told me it was 383. And I'm like, based on good authority, because I trust this person, which this person was probably correct at the time that it was 383, but that was over 24 hours ago. So of course, it's probably not there anymore. So I just want to make sure before I send y'all out. See, now it looks like I ain't going. I do need to go back there and get some water though. I'm almost out. I've got one 7-gallon jug left of Hot Springs water. So I need to get out there and get me some more water because I got 3 of those things that I carry around. One's in the truck, 2 are in the house. You always got to keep water in your truck, man. That's one thing I've learned, especially being a mobile engineer, is always keep water and toilet paper on your vehicle. And that way, when I got stuck up on Buck Knob Hill and couldn't get down, that's what I did. I had toilet paper and I had 7 gallons of Hot Springs water to drink from. So I pretty much just chilled up there until somebody came and rescued me. I was good. What? I had food. I had to keep food on the truck too. So speaking of, camping, because that sounds like what I did. Basically, anyone in Arkansas will be able to fish the lakes, rivers, and ponds without a license or permit this weekend. Yes, thank you. How exciting that's going to be. It's free fishing weekend, and that starts noon Friday, July 10th, and lasts until midnight Sunday, June 9th, June 12th. Forget what I just said there. It starts noon Friday, July 10th, and lasts until midnight Sunday night, June 12th. All right? Okay, so the course regulations for Arkansas water still applies. So that includes your daily limits, slot limits, and length limits as well. So don't sit there and think it's a free-for-all and you just do whatever you want to do. But fishing license and trout permits are not required for this weekend. Workers at the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission have stocked nearly 50 fishing locations across the state in preparation for this weekend. And, of course, you go to a link that'll tell you all about those wonderful, fine-looking locations where you can find those places. And I'm looking right now, and I'm trying to see if they did anything for us. Basically, just go to agfc.com and look up Family and Community Fishing Program Stocked Ponds, and you should find it. They got catfish. Ooh, they put trout out there, catfish and everything. Largemouth bass may not be retained and must be released immediately into the water. Open to fishing with handheld rod or pole only. So no net fishing out there. No dynamite fishing out there. No, you can't be sitting there lighting up your waterproof dynamite and then throw it out there into the pond. And look at all the fish that just come up. Woohoo! We caught more than our limit. Shoot, call our friends. We need to scoop up all these fish. Individuals 16 and older must have a fishing license. No, I'm not encouraging you to throw dynamite in the pond, so don't do that. It's fun to think about, but we don't do it. Trout permits are, required if any trouts are retained. Hang on. Dang, man. Lakes open to electric trolling motors only. So no electric, trolling motors, trolling motors, electric, not gas powered, and no electrifying the water either. I'm just saying. No shocking the fish. Oh, El Dorado, Matlock's Parks Pond. They just put some catfish out there recently. Now, that was back in, May. Excuse me, man. I don't know what is going on, man, but dude, this is really annoying. Excuse me. Boy, they just stocked the hell out of Little Rock over there. They got all kinds of stuff going on over there in Little Rock. El Dorado is the only one I see on there so far that's closest to us. And it looks like that's pretty much it. Because I am not seeing anywhere else on there that is next to us that would be interesting. Yeah, they got Little Rock on there several times. Everything, Hot Springs is on there twice. Greenbrier, Glenwood, Fort Smith, El Dorado. Excuse me. El Dorado is the only one that's closest to us that is on that list. So there you go. So if you want to get in on that, it'd be a great time. Take a kid out there, go fishing, get a little quality time in there. And daddies, take your daughters. Your daughters would enjoy spending some time out there. Even if they're like, ew, that's icky. Oh my gosh, that's so nasty. What is up with these worms? Oh my God. Because if nothing else, maybe there could be some quality time to get to, like that song, She Thinks We're Just Fishing. Yeah, one of those kind of moments. Trust me, that thing works, because that's kind of how it was with my daughter. She thinks we just doing this, but here she is telling me about everything in her world, and I'm just absorbing everything about it. I'm telling you, man. Mm-hmm. You'd lay your life down for your son, but you'll kill for your daughter. I'm just saying. You don't even know the dude. Kid could be a complete, and you're willing to lay your life down for him. But as soon as your daughter's born, yeah, you're a mass murderer already right there. I heard somebody say that. That's true. Because when my daughter was first born, I looked at her and I was like, I would kill for you. And as for my son, it's like, man, I would die for you. It's funny. It's two different things. So there's definitely some truth in that. But daddies, take your daughters fishing. Show them a good time out there. And who knows, maybe they would get into it as well. And take them hunting too. I know a lot of ladies out there, adult ladies that do love to hunt. I don't know how they got started, if maybe it was because their daddies took them out there to start hunting and fishing and things like that. But I do know some adult ladies that do love to hunt, fish, and camp and all that stuff and just love the outdoors. So it had to start somewhere. So, yeah, don't overlook the girls out there. Just take the daughter out there. And, you know what, guys, even if she's not your kid and, she don't have a daddy hanging around, a good male positive role model and things like that, or positive male role model and things like that, kind of take her under your wing there and show her, how to fish and things like that. So, somebody's got to teach them. They got to learn it somehow. And same thing with the boys too. If you know a boy out there that doesn't have a positive male role model, a dad or something like that, take them under your wing too. You got to fill in those slots, man, and help those kids. You got to help the boys learn what learn what it means to be a man when they grow up. And, you gotta, and guys, even though you're like, what am I supposed to do for women? You would not realize how much of a role you play for them little girls out there, because, what I've learned was that, the girls look at their mama to learn how to be ladylike. And then the girls look at their daddy to see, to learn what kind of man that, they should be seeking. Which, if you think about it, if you know a girl that's, got daddy issues, what kind of men do they tend to usually go find? And then, it goes both ways. Cause trust me, boys can have mommy issues too. Don't laugh. It's true. It can happen. So, that's why these kids, man, if we can give them a positive male role model. And if, you can, if you know a friend that's got a child out there that just does not have a daddy in their life or something like that, be that man in their life, be that positive male role model, and go take them fishing. You can't go wrong with that. Yeah, it might be annoying at first, get them adjusted and everything, and they may nitpick and all that stuff and be annoying and annoy you as well. But man, you got to have patience. Have patience, man. Oh, serenity now. Tell you what, sometimes that boy, I'm going to kill that boy. He runs through the house and leaves all the lights on. It's like, you figured out how to turn them on. Can you not figure out how to turn them off? And now he's got this thing with the toilet flushing thing. When he was a child, he loved flushing the toilet. He loved flushing everything down the toilet with it too. Now that he's a teenager, he forgot how to flush the toilet. I'll tell you what, boy, I'm going to kill that kid. But I love him. And I'm going to tell him that I love him too when I kill him. Boy, it's going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you. But I have to kill you now. You didn't flush the toilet. And you left all the lights on too. Anyhow. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I got to go ahead and take this break. We'll be right back. News Talk 92 KBEU, the News and Talk around South Arkansas Roundtable up next.